Hello! So I have been trying to wait to do my first video until I got a better camera, but a few days ago I posted on my Snapchat and it was a picture of me just like in makeup, and everybody kind of freaked out because I never wear makeup. Like, anybody who knows me knows that I am natural to the death of me. Like, I don't want to do my hair, so I just let it do it once, so you can kind of see that. I will put a little bit of conditioner in it and just let it go. I don't really wear makeup. I don't do acrylic nails. Like, it's just not my thing. But every once in a while, like, everybody wants to feel kind of pretty, so I put on a little bit of makeup. And I'm going to share today with you guys, like, just what my everyday makeup routine is and some of my favorite products when I do actually wear makeup. So let's get started. First of all, I need to put on a headband, which I've lost because that's just me. I lose everything all the time. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna get all this hair out of my face. Ooh, that's a lot. Sorry, if you see me looking over, it's because I'm watching Cake Wars. So professional, I know. I love Cake Wars. I love pretty much any show on Food Network or HGTV. I'm an old lady. Old lady. Okay, so for starters, I don't necessarily use a primer, but I like primers that are more of a gel, that aren't like super creamy or like tacky, but ones that really like smooth over your skin. Those are the kind that I normally like, but even though I'm not going to use a primer, I'm going to use this pore minimizer from Mary Kay. You can't see it because look there. Sorry. Yeah, it's just a pore minimizer. It just helps to reduce the appearance of pores, and I find that because it is a liquid, it just kind of helps my foundation to stick on a little bit better, and it definitely makes my face really smooth. I apply that first, of course, after I've like washed and moisturized my face in general. Okay. I'm gonna take these things off so I don't get foundation on it. This is such a cute jacket. I got it for Christmas. Okay. So this has been my all-time favorite foundation recently, and yeah, I know, when I put this on, you're gonna be like, this is way too dark for you. I know. I'm in denial because I want to be brown. I want to be brown so bad. And I'm not, but this foundation is. I need to get a winter shade. I just haven't gotten around to it. But this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I'm sure you've heard about this 5 billion times, but it is definitely like my all-time favorite drugstore foundation. So for me, I like to just take a little bit on the back of my hand. That's how much I have, and I'm probably not even going to use all that, to be honest. And I like to apply mine with a flat top brush. This is just an e.l.f. stippling brush or a foundation. I guess it's a powder brush, but I use it as a foundation brush. I just tap it. And then tap it into my skin. I'm gonna set my mirror up over here. And I just blend it in. And this foundation is nice because it's definitely buildable. For me, I don't like a really thick, like full coverage foundation because I don't have a lot that I really need to cover on my skin. I just like to kind of make it even and definitely get the circles under my eyes. I do have a few just like dark marks or red spots from acne, but not very many, or not anything that's really noticeable. And then just make sure that you're blending up into your hairline and around your chin, down onto your neck so that you don't have that weird foundation line. Okay, so that's done. Next, I go with my concealer. I'm using the Mary Kay Perfecting Concealer. I really love the applicator on this. It's just a little doe foot. And I just go in from the corner of my eye, out, and make kind of like a little triangle on each side. And then that's when you go into any of your like blemishes or dark areas that weren't covered up with the foundation. And this is the point that I will also go and highlight under my eyebrows, because I don't really do my eyebrows. Occasionally I'll use a powder and an angled brush, but I lost my eyebrow kit. Like I normally use a dark brown brow powder, and an angled brow brush is what I feel most comfortable with. It's not too overpowering for me, but I lost it. So it's definitely on my list of things that I need to get. And just to add a highlight, I also go in with my the typical Mary Kay concealer in a beige 2, and I'll just take a few, ooh, that was too big, a few dots of that along my eyes to highlight down my nose, also to highlight, and the very top of my lip. And then I go out just like this. Okay. And then that's when I will take just a tiny wedge sponge and I blend everything in. And it's nice because that first concealer is pretty much the same skin tone, like shade as my skin tone and as the foundation. So that blends in really well and just makes it even, because I have kind of dark circles under my eyes. And then that lighter foundation just adds perfect highlight, where it's not like too much, but just enough to brighten that under eye area. And then I go in with the butt part. That's what I'm gonna call it. This is the butt. I'm gonna go with the butt. I'm gonna touch the butt. Like on Finding Nemo. I've watched enough kids movies, seriously, for a lifetime. Alright. Once that's done, it looks really cleaned up. Like you can tell my eyebrows aren't done, but they're not like a hot mess, and you can easily blend out underneath, so it'll cover any of those hairs when you're like in between your waxing, threading, whatever it is that you do. I do waxing. I like to get my eyebrows waxed. I don't like to get them threaded. Every time I've ever got my eyebrows threaded, I've broken out, which is terrible because every time I've seen people that get them threaded, they look amazing, but my skin's just way too sensitive for that. Okay, so once all of that's done, this is the part where I'm going to go in with a powder. And you can definitely use a translucent, lost my brush, lost my brush. Got it, okay. You can definitely go in with like a translucent powder here, but for me, I like to use Mary Kay's Mineral Powder Foundation in the shade Beige 2. It really sets for me just like as well, if not better, than a translucent powder would. And it comes in this. It's cute because it's got the little mirror on top, and then what I really like about it, I just kind of tap everything into there, but you can see there are holes, and there's this little shifty thing where you can make it so that there's more coming out or less coming out or none, which is awesome, so that your powder isn't just like all over the place, and then you have somewhere to put it in your lid and just kind of swirl it around. I just put a little bit and then I tap it off, and then I go in and I press it into my skin. I don't swipe it around. I press it in. I'm really making sure to get all of my T-zone areas, because I used to have just like really dry skin. Like I would have never been able to wear a matte foundation ever, but recently I'm combination, so like some places get kind of dry and then other areas get super oily. So I always try to keep like my powder and some blotting pads with me in my makeup bag. This is my little bag that I normally take and put it in my purse with just whatever I need for the makeup look that I'm using for that particular day. So this is pretty much my face. Like that's my foundation. It's super easy. I don't do cream contouring. I don't do any kind of contouring or anything like that. Just makes it super easy. And then I like to go in with a blush. And the blush that I'm using is from Mary Kay as well. It's in my palette here. It's gonna be this peachy color here is what I normally like to use. This I use if I do bronze, and then this I use if I'm looking for something that's like warmer tones, like a more golden type of blush. But this is like my all-time favorite, and then that's just a highlight. So I go in with the blush, and I just do it, smile, right on the apples of my cheeks. Feel like a chipmunk. Not too much, but just enough to bring a little bit of color. Okay, I know, I look like a psycho. I look like a crazy clown. And then I always do this like in natural light by a window, just because, you know, your bathroom fluorescent lights might tell you that you look amazing, and then you go outside and, you know, you might look like a drag queen, which is great. Sometimes that makeup is fabulous, but if you're looking for like every day and then you go outside and you look like a drag queen, it's not really, that wasn't the goal. So, and then I just take a little bit of that highlight color as well and dust it right on top on my cheekbones. Nothing too intense, and on the nose. Bam! Done. And then I'm going to go in with the Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara. I just love Mary Kay in general, but this mascara is holy grail, amazing, perfect, never had anything better in my life. And I've used Benefit mascaras, I've used MAC mascaras. I am not a makeup person, but I'm a mascara girl. Like, I will wear mascara every single day. Mascara and lip gloss if I'm not wearing anything else. This, look at this wand. It's just like, it's perfect. It's perfect. So I go in at the bottom, and then I just like shimmy my way up. And then I flick the ends so that I'm making sure that I'm getting length and volume, and that each lash is perfectly coated. And then I will do the same thing on the other side. Just wiggling and then flicking it right at the ends. Yeah, I normally don't do my makeup just for the simple fact that I like to sleep. So if I can sleep in for an extra 20 minutes versus putting on a face makeup, 90% of the time that's what I'm going to do. But sometimes you just need to feel good, or you want to have, you know, a more even skin tone, or you want to make a good first impression, or for me I like to feel good. You know, you just want to feel nice. So this is it. You can see my lashes, and then after it's had a second to dry, I just like to go back in just on the ends. I close my eye and just kind of flick up those areas, and you can see the difference in like the lashes that I've been over versus the ones that I haven't gone over. So then I do the same thing on this side. Just flicking the ends. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Okay, and this is the part for lips. You can really do anything. I am obsessed. When I say obsessed, I mean like genuinely have a problem with Mary Kay lip glosses. They're amazing. So like, for example, this one is called Polynesian Petals. This is like one of my favorite everyday ones. It's just super shiny, and it's also very nourishing. So for me, for like a normal day, that's it. I'm just gonna put on a little bit of gloss with everything and call it a day. That's like my normal look. Now, what I had on the other day that people were really loving, I'm gonna show you that lippy combo because it was actually a lot of fun. Yes, I'm eating toilet paper. Okay. Got that off. Alright, So here's what we're going to do. This is the lip palette that I used. But I didn't use this color here on this side for this one specifically. We're just talking about that gold. I know it's kind of dirty, I need to clean it up. But I'm going to go in with this lip gloss, which is called Sweet Maple, and it's like a really beautiful deep red color. That's the first layer, just to get the shape down, and then I will go in with the next layer that will just lay down a little bit more of the pigment. Okay, so this is like a really intense red, obviously, which I really, really like. I'm going to give it a second to kind of dry. It's not going to dry matte because this is a lip gloss. This is not a lipstick. It's technically called a lip polish. But I'm going to let it dry for a second. And then, here's my favorite part. You go in with this gold. I grab the little brush that comes with it in the gold, or you can use your finger for this. Either one works. And you start in the center of your lip. And you apply the gold. Telemarketers. Okay. You just apply a lot of it to the gold to the very center of your lips. And then dab, and it'll kind of create this gorgeous maroon and gold ombre lip. And just for finishing touches, I like to go in and make it extra glossy. Told you I have a gloss problem. This is my absolute all-time, hands down, nothing better, favorite lip gloss. I'll say it again. Favorite. Look at this. It's the Gold Sequence Lip Gloss from Mary Kay. And I have no words. I have no words. It's just perfect. So I take a little bit on my hand specifically because I've got this dark lipstick on, and so I don't want to get that dark color on the applicator itself. So I'll just take it and apply it right in the center on the top and the bottom. I don't do it all the way out to the edges. So it's really just the middle of the lip that's glossy, which creates just like amazing dimension. So then that is the finished look. I'll take a picture just so that you can see it in better lighting. But once I'm done with that, I just take the headband off and fluff my hair, figure out where each strand is going at the moment, and that is my everyday makeup routine. If you have any questions, let me know. If you'd like me to do a blog post just specifically stating all of the items, doing a more in-depth review of each item, let me know. If there's any other items you want me to review, just let me know. Yeah. Thanks for watching.